Sorry, we absolutely had kind of technology issues, so we're back. So we'll kind of pick up where we left off. So, all right. So going back to, so it's been 5 months. It's been 5 months since you had your stem cell injection. So in the 5 months, you've benefited where you're able to have more mobility, but it's time again to, because you didn't have a full series, did you? Or did you?
I had the 10 million, 1 cc. They did 5 and 5, half and half, and 1 in each hip. And now they have it to where they can do it through an IV, which they think will be better because it could circulate through my whole body. I kind of want to do more than 1 cc this time, just because I'm a bigger guy. I feel like maybe I put more in, it'll help. So, I mean,
you do 1 cc for the hip and 1 cc for IV.
Right, I'd like to do, a cc injection, which would be half in each hip again, and then they'll do 1 cc through the IV throughout the body, which is a 45-minute process. So he thinks it's a great idea. He thinks it'll help. Dr. Darcy's awesome. He's like, he doesn't get any real kickback from it, and he's willing to waive whatever little portion.
He just wants to see you.
Yeah, he just
better.
wants me to be healthy and happy. He's like, dude, I just want you out here, and it's difficult for me to be in this situation that I'm in, because all I want to do is just be running around with my friends or my girlfriend and go have fun, and I'd like to be able to work.
So when you get this, and guys, I put together a GoFundMe because this is not cheap. Insurance doesn't cover it. Even if you had insurance, it's not FDA approved. It would not be covered. But the benefit that he has seen, he wants to do the stem cell from umbilical cord injections again, because this would keep him from living on pain pills for 10 years. At 28 years old, that they want to do a double hip replacement. And this is benefited Travis. And so if you get this, what does it mean? What does it mean to you, Travis? To have the GoFundMe, and we need $6,000 for you to have that second treatment. What does that mean to you? What does it mean for you?
I mean, normalcy. I mean, it would mean the world to me to be able to get out of bed without pain, to be able to sleep without pain, without having to lay a certain way with a pillow, or, it's hard to put into words what normalcy would feel like, because it's been so long since I felt it. But I'd be forever grateful and thankful to everyone who's helped, and all I want to do is help other people. I love sharing my story. I used to hate it. I used to avoid talking about it because I was very bitter. But God saved me. God saved me for a purpose, for a reason. And it's to share, and it's to help other people in similar situations. And for me to be able to have that opportunity to show people that I don't give up, or I haven't quit through everything I've been through. Maybe it inspires or helps somebody else push through something that they're going through. And for me, I'd love to be healthy again, but at the same sense, if I can help somebody else through my experience get better, or realize, hey, what I'm going through is not as bad as what this guy's going through, maybe I'll do better, or it's. I mean, I've helped a couple people. One of my best friends in Houston, Nick Center, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer, and he's like, man, he's like, because of you, he's like, I felt something. He's like, I was in the shower and I felt something. I was like, man, that's kind of weird that you thought of me while you were in the shower. I try to make it a funny situation. It's not, but he went to the doctor. They're like, you have cancer, and he got it removed, and he's doing good now. He caught it early. Another guy I talked to had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he was scared out of his mind. He was a couple years older than me, in his 30s, and some people were like, hey, would you talk to this guy and share your story with him? I was like, yeah. I was like, I don't know how much help it'll be, but I'd love to talk to him. And I talked to him. He was talked for like 2 hours in one sitting, and it was weird because I didn't feel like I was making any progress, but I was telling him everything I went through and everything I had to endure, and I mean, he was thankful. I'm kind of stumbling over my words, but he was very thankful. His attitude was very shut down at first, and then he became more just grateful that I was even willing to talk to him. And he's like, man, what can I do for you? And I was just like, this isn't about me. I've been through my trials, and this is me helping you now. Anything I can do, meet up with you, if you have any questions. I mean, everyone hears cancer and they think death sentence, or at least that's what I thought. I was like, man, everyone I've known that has had cancer died. So being able to talk to someone who's survived and who's been through something so severe, when they give you a coin flip of a chance.
A lot of you have just joined us lately. We're talking with Travis Sissel. And Travis was diagnosed with testicular cancer when he was very young, 26. And it wasn't just his testicle. It spread all over to your brain.
Brain, lungs, liver, lymph nodes, pelvic, stomach, yeah. They said it was like around my heart or something. I don't know what that means, but it was everywhere except, prostate, pancreas, and kidneys. From my knowledge, I think it was everywhere, from the waist up.
So, Travis, you're here today.
Here today, 4 years later.
And it is not by accident.
God saved me for a reason. He, I tried to give up. It was after my surgery and before I went to MD Anderson, and I tried to quit. I was in so much pain all the time, daily. I couldn't move. I was weak. My best friend Jimmy was there. It was late at night, and I was severely dehydrated, and he was just sitting by my bed while I laid there in agony. And I looked at him and I go, dude, go get my parents. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. A man can only endure pain for so long without any hopes of progress. And he was like, are you sure? And we cried, and he went and got my parents. My parents cried, and they took me to Sunnyvale, got me some fluids, and then within the next day or two, we were approved and accepted into MD Anderson, and I started my treatments and was in the ICU for Thanksgiving of 2013, and I was really, really weak, really scared. I got out of that. I think it was my first MRI that I did, and when I was young, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna die young. I want to die when I'm fit and healthy and look good, and when I'm in the casket, I want everyone to be like, oh yeah, look at him, he looks good. But it's not until you're
okay, I have to laugh.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I mean, it's kind of, we can at least bring some kind of real humor to something that's just...
Yeah, when it gets serious, I try to be funny, kind of like Chandler being off of Friends. But I was laying in the MRI tube for the first time, and
it wasn't funny, was it?
No, I mean that's the closest feeling to, I guess, what buried alive would kind of feel like. I mean, you've got this little cage that comes over your face, and You gotta lay there in a tube that's basically shoulder to shoulder, and they're like, don't move for 45 minutes. And you gotta put these earplugs in. You're gonna be alone in this cold room, and all you have is this little clicky thing if something, happens, and loud noises. I mean, that's all you hear. And I'm laying there, I was crying, I was scared, like, this is what it's like. If I was in a casket right now, this is what it would be like. Minus, there's lights, I could see. But I think it was at that point when God came to me and He's like, can you hear me now? And I was just like, yeah, I can hear you. I don't want to die. Please don't. And He's like, I don't know if He said anything else to me, but I'm here now. So He must have said, do as I say, and I'll take care of you. And everything's been in His control. I let go of control at that point. I realized it was out of my hands. There's nothing I could do anymore. If I worried about it, that's not going to change anything. If I stressed over it, that's not going to change anything. I tried to keep as good an attitude as possible. It was very hard. I'm very stubborn. So I would definitely gripe, but
you got to get out of your own will.
Yeah.
And you got to desire to be in God's will, and that's not easy when we're at our own.
It's not easy. It's not easy giving up control for what you think is control. We all think we're in control of our own lives, but everything's we have paths we can choose, but everything's predetermined. God's got it all planned out. Everything that's happened, He's already planned it. So
tell them again if you're a guy. Check.
If you're a guy, play with yourself. If you feel anything, if you can squeeze your testicle and it's soft, you're probably good. If you start to feel firm or any kind of nodule or BB or any kind of growth, go to the doctor immediately. Don't play around. Testicular cancer is not a joke. Make sure you check yourself regularly. If you got a wife or girlfriends.
If you have a son, a nephew, or brother, or an uncle, any man in your life, it's just
15 to 35 is supposedly the in danger range of getting testicular cancer. No one preached on it in high school for me, so it was kind of a blow-off issue. When I realized it, I was kind of like, it's nothing. But it is imperative that we continue to check your health, and don't let it get advanced. If you can catch it early, awesome. Don't go through what I had to go through. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But it makes for a good story if you survive.
So a lot of people are probably wondering. A lot of you are probably wondering, what did this cost? Linda. So now this is Linda, Travis's mom.
My mother.
So your son's diagnosed with cancer and you have no insurance, and you're an MD Anderson. What do you do?
Pray. And we tried going to the financial assistance program at MD Anderson. We had to go through the process of trying to get Social Security, SSI with Medicaid. He qualified temporarily for that until they realized he had made too much money over the amount that they require paying into Social Security. So they changed him to disability, which did not have Medicare or Medicaid anymore. So we were approaching having to do a stem cell transplant for Travis. And to have a stem cell transplant, you have to come up with $500,000 up front for them to even consider proceeding with the stem cell transplant. And there's no payment plan. You have to have up front, which we did not have. And
I remember when you called me and you didn't know what you're going to do, and
No, we were scared because when the disability nothing was gonna cover the stem cell transplant. So we called his oncologist. The oncologist approached the vice president of MD Anderson and said, "We've got to continue treating this young man. He's done everything that we've asked for him to do, and we cannot stop because he doesn't have the money to be able to continue. If we don't do this stem cell transplant, he will die." And so they very generously took him on as a charity case and was able to get the stem cell transplant. I think altogether with his chemo and stem cell transplant, it's over $2 million.
so do you hear that, people? When you
Not
don't
cheap.
know how you're going to do it, Philippians 4:19 promises that God will supply for all your needs. And that, my friend, is when you go, how am I going to do this? God can move mountains, and with Travis, he's continuing to move mountains, and his story is absolutely, it is a testament of what God can do to move mountains. And so even today, all of this that was handled at MD Anderson, today he's now needing some stem cell for his hips because his hips are dying. Literally, Travis, we've got a lot of people. We're just going to kind of catch them up. Travis had stage 3 testicular cancer. It spread out through his entire body. He's had all these surgeries, over $2 million worth, and God's provided for you financially. And here we are again. I mean, although they provided for that, you still have some medical bills that are prior to getting onto MD Anderson, which are, what, Linda? Over $200,000. But today, Travis wants to work, and he tries to work out, but as you can see, his latest challenge is going to be with his hips. So he has stage 3
Avascular necrosis of both of my hips, and that's painful, to say the least. I mean, just daily, easy, non-thinking about movements are hard. Getting in and out of a chair, sitting or standing up, going to the restroom, having to sit on the toilet. I mean, you have to brace yourself because you can't just plop down. Oh, I'm just gonna sit down. It affects my knees as well. My chiropractor, Dr. Darcy Brunk, said that when you have like an injury like that, it can usually affect the above or below joints with it. So I feel it in both of my knees, like right here is where I feel most of the pain. I guess it could be inflammation from my hips. I don't know how it works, but
so these
it's awful.
The stem cell that were hopeful for you, that have made a difference for you to have hopefully this month again, we're praying that the Lord will provide, and He's provided for you over and over and over again, and I know He will continue to provide for all your needs. Which this stem cell is $6,000, which we put a GoFundMe together for you.
Thank you for that, Diane. I appreciate that.
The stem cells that you get will make a difference in how? Restoration of your...
It should, well, I'm sure it already has. We had some x-rays, a couple weeks ago, and you could see the x-ray machine it's not the digital one, so it's not as clear, but Dr. Darcy could see a little bit of cloudiness in the necrosis parts that were black before. Now they're a little bit cloudy, so he's thinking that could be bone growth stimulation from the stem cells that I got in February. It's supposed to help. They attach to the damaged cells and start to repair and regenerate. And the thought process is that it will repair and start to grow new blood vessels in my hips, and that will entail new bone growth in the hips, because right now my hip bones, they're supposed to be round. They're starting to be flattened. They're starting to chip away. So all that movement from when I walk or whatever, it's no longer smooth. It's got flat edges, and it causes a lot of pain. Just normal activity, laying down, playing with my dog, playing with my niece and nephew. That's probably the hardest part, is when your nephew comes up to you and he's like, "Let's play, let's wrestle," and it's like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm actually 80 years old. I'm not 30, so I can't play with you. But no, it's very hard. I can kind of push them and stuff, but other than that, I can't get on the ground and wrestle with them. I have to let my dad, who's 65 years old, he can outplay me now. Half his age, and I can't even do all the activities he does. He takes my dogs for a walk because I can't walk my dogs without pain. I can't walk without a cane. So my dog's 85 pounds. He will pull me to the ground in a sense, because if I go too fast, I lose it. Stability, balance is an issue.
You know what's amazing to me? Through all of this,
Mm-hmm.
you've never complained.
Well,
You've gotten down.
I try not to.
But your fight is a testimony to me for your strength, and you never throw in the towel, no matter how tough life has been for you. Your testimony, Travis, it's amazing. It's amazing that you keep fighting, and your attitude is amazing. And so I don't know if any of you guys are in a position to help Travis out, but I'm praying, and Linda's praying, and we're all praying that these stem cells that he is getting ready to have a second series of will make a difference in the regrowth of his hips, and so that he can avoid double hip replacement, which his doctor wants to do in 10 years, and he wants to keep him on pain medications for 10 years. This isn't a way for an alternative, very, very advanced medicine to see if Travis's hips can regenerate bone growth. So we put together a GoFundMe, and if you feel that you are moved at all, that you could help, even $1 is so much appreciated, more than I can thank all of you for who donated, and that you have felt just moved to do so. Your generosity is not taken for granted. Travis, absolutely. Just final words here.
If you help out, I'll give you free hugs. No, I just want to say thank you so much for support. I mean, regardless of right now or through the whole process.
Or just even your prayers.
Yeah, prayers, everything, every little bit helps. You don't even realize. Just little things here and there would be great. But really, I have a hard time asking for help. Diane's like, you need to do this. I was like, it's very hard, but it's humbling at the same time. So thank you for everyone who's chimed in and watched, and just prayer would be great. If you want to help out, that'd be awesome too. I'm going to try and get back to normal so I can get back out there and help other people in a sense, the same way that y'all have been helping me. I realize helping other people is more important than my own self-needs. So if I can help anyone else out, just let me know. If you got any people I need to come talk to, anyone going through similar situations that might get something out of me coming and talking to them. I mean, I know what it's like to go through what looks like death. Yeah, when you're faced with death, I know it's very hard, and it helps to talk to someone who's been through similar situations. So, thank you so much for everything, y'all. Sitting here and listening to me jabber on and my bad jokes. I get those from my dad, so blame him, not me. But thank you very much, and I just want to say I love you guys, and hopefully I can get this all taken care of recently or soon, and I don't know what else to say. So
thank you all so much for listening.
Thank you.
This is the first time Travis has in a public forum shared his testimony of his journey and his fight through his battle for cancer, fighting for his life, and now just the after effects of all the steroids, having to deal with the deterioration of his hips. So we thank you for sharing this with us. So we're going to say a quick prayer, and if y'all want to join us. Dear Father God, we come to you right now, and we just praise you for all that you've done for Travis. Lord, we pray that his sharing his testimony, Lord, has been all to your honor and glory. And that you, Lord, would not just let this be done in vain. That this is not about Travis. It's not about anyone but just you and your ability and your sovereignty and what you do for your people and what you've done for Travis and the mountains that you've moved and the miracles that you've done for him and his family, Lord. You have provided for all of his needs. And we claim that, Philippians 4:19. And we pray, Lord, that anyone and everyone listening to this message today would go get checked. If they've never had a physical, Lord, that you would just use this to maybe reach someone that needed to hear this message today. And we just give you all the honor and all the praise. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Thank you for joining us. We love you, and we love Travis. So if you're moved at all to help, we put a GoFundMe together, and we just love you, and we're gonna peace out. And again, Travis made the offer. If you have anyone that would benefit from him talking to, he's made the offer.
Contact me. I'll be glad to meet up and share whatever I can, or any sort of help I can do.
Phone calls,
emails. I'd much rather do stuff in person than texting or emailing. I feel like it's better to see somebody than it's more personable. So
right.
Just let me know if I can help out.
And you mothers, this mother has been walked a mile or so, and if you have anyone in the situation where Linda has been, she too can share and encourage.
Absolutely.
So we love you. Thank you for joining us. Have a blessed day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. What's funny is I don't know how to turn this off. I don't know how to turn it off.
What was that one?
Okay.